Lake Charles Tower, Safson 1 tree 84 heavy ready at runway 2 tree departing straight out.
So this is my first time flying in one of these aircraft here. So you guys are learning with me what it means, or what it's trying to tell me here. Let me just get it trimmed out so I don't have to worry about the controls.
Safson 1 tree 84 heavy, you are leaving my airspace, frequency change approved. Lake Charles Tower, Safson 1 tree 84 heavy, frequency change. Lake Charles approach, Safson 1 tree 84 heavy is type Beechcraft King Air, 3 miles southwest of Lake Charles. Request flight following.
Alright, so we'll go check out the external view. Absolutely beautiful area here.
Squawk 5067 Safson 1 tree 84 heavy. Safson 1 tree 84 heavy, radar contact 4 miles southwest of Lake Charles, 900 feet. Altimeter 29.2. Copy Safson 1 tree 84 heavy. Safson 1 tree 84 heavy, contact Lake Charles approach on 119.35. 119.35 Safson 1 tree 84 heavy. Lake Charles approach, Safson 1 tree 84 heavy, 2,000 feet. Safson 1 tree 84 heavy, Lake Charles approach, continue as planned. Altimeter 29.2.
Alright, so it looks like I'm finally out of my left turn, kind of roll onto the right a little bit. Alright, and somewhat trimmed to nose up. So, I'm just going to explore. This is my first stream since I've upgraded my computer. I'm now running a AMD Ryzen 9 3900X on a motherboard, the X570 Aurorus from Gigabyte. I have been with Gigabyte for a long time, and so I always feel like I should probably stick with them since they're what I know. And with the purchase of these new motherboard and CPU, I had to get memory, so I'm sitting on 64 gigs of RAM, and I'm loving it so far. I haven't had any major issues. Currently, right now, I'm sitting at roughly about 16 gigs in use of memory, 29% of my CPU usage, and roughly about 60% of my video card. The video card I did not upgrade. It's still the GeForce 1080. Seems to be doing okay. I truly believe that it was just a limitation of the FX 8350 that was limiting my ability to fly here without having any lag or loss of frames. Just a disclaimer here, I am not a pilot, so if you guys see me do something that is not customary to what pilots do, please ignore. Alright, so while I continue this little climb here, let's just kind of take a look around. So I got our throttle there. Go ahead and drop it back just a little bit. Keep our nose over the horizon. So the airplanes I've flown the most on here has been the Cessna 172 Skyhawk and the Icon A5. Let's get my nose back above. There we go. And the Skyhawk, it's a lot of fun to fly. It's when I finally do get into my flight training and whatnot, that is probably what I'll be flying, either that or the 152. They also have some Piper aircraft, just depending on what they decide when I'm going in for my training. The Icon A5 was just really cool because I live near some water, some lakes, so flying by my house and being able to land on the lake was really cool.
Lake Charles approach Safson 1384 heavy 3,100 feet.
So we're kind of falling just a little bit, so I'm gonna go just slightly nose up trim. I'm sure normally you wouldn't be flying this low at 3,700 feet, but makes for a nice ride for the game. Absolutely beautiful graphics.
Gotcha.
For those of you that hear the other person on the stream, that is Apo, or if you guys can see my tail number, I don't know if it's visible or not. But it stands for Mystic Wolf Gaming. The number 2 just signifies that I'm number 2. The guy you hear, Apollyon, he's number 1, the oldest guy. Yeah, super old dude. I was just letting people know on the stream, you're the MWG1 because you are the oldest. As the tail number I roll with is MWG2.
Oh, yeah.
Since upgrading the computer, though, I'm not getting any frame loss. The OBS is still showing 60 frames per second, no drop frames. I haven't had any lag. It's been pretty cool. Nice and smooth. So I guess I was right when I was saying that it was CPU and memory maxing out. My current memory usage is at 16.3 gigs, and CPU is at 30%.
Good upgrade.
Oh yeah. Louisiana, there's a Chute and Gator Airport.
Wow.
No lights though, so I'm assuming they don't want me to land.
Yeah.
Lake Charles Tower, Sapson 1384 Heavy is 10 miles south with India to land. Sapson 1384 Heavy, Lake Charles Tower. Fly left traffic runway 23. Altimeter 29.82 wind 210 at 17. Enter left traffic runway 23 Sapson 1384 Heavy.
Yeah, so I was close to my pattern entry. Going way too fast though. I'm sure if there was customers on my plane here, they would not be feeling good about just looking at the ground as things start getting bigger. Let's enjoy the simulator. I don't have any passengers that can talk.
teammates. I have the worst team ever. I was just going for B, and my teammate sniped me with
been
the
the-
sniper rifle.
It's been that type of night, though.
Yeah, it has.
Samson 1384 Heavy cleared to land runway 23. Wind 178
I
heavy.
give up on this one. I don't even know where my team is.
Cleared to land runway 23.
They're not trying to
Samson
cap.
1384 heavy.
Trash.
So if I remember correctly, this is called downwind when I'm parallel to the runway. And making my little left turn here, following the pattern around. Make a little more of an aggressive turn because it seems like I don't know how to drive today. So that is obviously not what I want to do. I don't want to cut 100% power because otherwise I fall to the ground. I don't want to stall, although oh man. There we go. Okay, so I am now too high. Let's drop down a little bit. When it's red over red like that, like it was earlier, it means I was too low. When it's red over white like that, that's perfect. So this is probably my worst landing I've ever done. And let's see if I can at least get onto the runway and not kill us all. Alright, I'm on the runway. I haven't killed anybody.
Samson 1384 heavy turn, next taxiway.
We'll have to check out what that achievement is I just got. I got a dead stick landing, which I'm assuming means that probably not a good thing. But at least, hey, everyone's alive, and I'm going to go ahead and taxi off the runway by taking out those little lights.
Heavy contact ground on 121.8. 121.8 Samson 1384 heavy.
I'm going to bring this into a complete stop, and then I'm going to go check out some other airports, but I'm going to make it daytime. I just wanted to kind of fly in here and see how it is. I flew a biplane through London and was incredibly laggy, so I think I'm going to try that again daytime and see how that goes. I am absolutely a horrible pilot when it comes to flying the biplanes, but Yeah, don't mind the corner van here that just decided to jump on the runway and or the taxiway and try to follow me around. Looks like I'm gonna be making a little left turn right here. Full left rudder, and I'm still gonna overshoot my turn. That was really cool. I don't know if you guys can see that, but the little dude up front completely told me to stop, shutting down my engines. And there they go. Alright, now, out of curiosity, I want to see what's going on inside the cabin. So, let's see. I guess I had on a fire, but, well, we didn't die. That's all that matters, right? Parking brake is out. Um, obviously, everything's off. So we can just kind of take a look, see what we have. We got our nav, everything up here. So we could have gone autopilot, which, just so you guys know, would have been a lot safer than having me fly. But, it defeats the purpose, right? Interesting. I turn off all my lights. I can dim them. Interesting. What else we got? Looks like I can actually click on these here to go to COM 2, COM 1. Got different nav radios. I have speaker. Let's see what's down here. Okay, so it looks like I can turn my main avionics screen off, which is in the middle there. Oh, cool. Anti-ice for my two engines. It's also the first time I've flown a multiple engine plane successfully. I tried to fly in 747 and well, I didn't turn my lights on. That's horrible. Let's see, turn off all of this good stuff. I did end up crashing. I had it set to basically I could run it into whatever I wanted to and nothing would happen. So we decided to fly through Alaska with a heavy snowstorm. And what I thought was nose up was obviously not. And we decided to hit the floor pretty hard. It was interesting. Alright, so it looks like I can mix my fuel at different percentages. Not being a pilot, I'm not really sure why I would want to do that, but it also looks like I can control my my different propeller RPMs, which I did learn about in my ground school stuff that I've been going through. Supposedly, I am supposed to adjust that with how much throttle I give. See, this plane knows me so well, it has oxygen for both my passenger and me. Interesting. Alright, so what do you say we go fly through this much smaller plane and see how that goes? So that's only, what, 3,296 nautical miles? That's a very, very long flight. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to be doing Guam to Honolulu.
Yeah.
It's about 3,296 nautical miles.
It's about.
I could fly from Guam to Guam.
Yeah.
Go to Anderson Air Force Base. Let's see what else I have. All right, 435 nautical miles. I don't know how long that'll take, but that's going from uh, whatever this little island is off the coast of China into Hong Kong International. How's that?
Right.
I'm gonna do that with a very tiny plane, um, not a turboprop, because that sucked. Yeah, let's fly the Cessna 152. Go back to all the old school type of um, whatchamacallits, instruments. Alright, we'll just set it up for 95%. Oh, that's a damn lie, so. But whatever. I'll be 174 pounds for once, right? Let's see. All that's still set. We'll go to flight conditions. Instead of doing live, though, we're gonna make sure it's daytime. Yeah, 10 a.m. works. Alright, so August 31st. And let's I'm not really sure how this works, but why not give it a try, right? It seems to load a lot quicker going into the game too. I'm 100% sure that's because of my hard drive though.
Oh, definitely, yeah. Yeah, that'll load hugely faster.
All right, so this flight is from whatever airport this is in China to Hong Kong International. I am obviously in the wrong area with my itty bitty little Cessna next to some of these big old passenger jetliners. The goal is to back out of here, taxi down to the runway. I do have the assist on, so it should tell me where I need to go. Otherwise, I would get lost and not know what to do. So, let's see. I think this is actually outside of my fuel range, so I might have to do some really cool Cessna aerial refueling. Alright, so let's see what we need to do. I should have a checklist. Maybe. Let's turn that on. Okay, so before engine start, let's go ahead and open my fuel shutoff valve, which is a very interesting thing to find. Okay. So setting my brakes, full brakes. Go ahead and put the parking brake back on. I did that. Alright, let's go back to my list. Starting the engine. Okay, so I want my mixture to be rich. Let's see. So that should be at 100%, right? Yep. Alright. Carburetor heat. There we go. So it is set to cold. See that here. I'm not 100% sure if I have icing enabled. If I do, though, that's probably not a good idea because I still don't know how to work the carburetor heat. But you know what? What a great way to fail, right? If I fail here, it's not going to hurt nobody. Okay. So we're going to get a little good prime. Done. Alright, so next, let's open this up a little bit. So we're going to throttle about ½ an inch. I just guess that's ½ an inch. We're at 21%. Sure. Oh, look at that. Look at me looking for the fuel shutoff. I could have cheated. Alright. Okay, so that's good enough. Alright, that can go away. Go away. Alright. Master switch on. Both and start. And obviously we did not start. There we go.
1384 Heavy requesting pushback. Samson 1384 Heavy pushback request accepted.
Find my RPMs. Where's my tachometer? Oh, hello. Look at that, we get a pallet jack to push us back. Look at this. I don't know if I would trust myself being this person.
Wow, that was a comeback.
I'm in the gate and this dude's trying to push me out, and I'm not really sure where he's at because he just went through my prop and my wing. This is horrible. Okay,
Oh, man.
alright, now she's attached to my front tire, and I'm being pushed back while her scooter's sideways, so I'm not really sure what's going on.
Interesting.
Yeah, I'm in a little Cessna 152, so she's pushing me back with this little, like, GoPed type of cart.
Yeah, it doesn't take much, I guess.
Alright, so lower my RPMs a little bit. And there's 1,000-ish. There we go. Okay. Let's go back into here. Where's my oil pressure? So oil pressure's not in the green. Alright, so how do I fix my oil pressure if it's not in the green?
I don't know. It should be in the green. Always.
Yeah, we're gonna just call it okay. How's that?
Yeah, just pull over and add a little, you know.
Yeah. Just I'm still on the ground, so.
Oh, okay. You're supposed to do that before you take off, though.
Well, it
check
says
you check your oil, you know.
it says starting the engine. It goes turn the ignition to start, throttle to about 1,000 RPMs or less, and then it says check the oil pressure. So I mean, you would think that would be a little earlier in the checklist if it was that important. So we're just gonna, forget it.
It must be okay.
Yeah. So turning on my nav lights and my beacon lights right now. This is the first time I've flown or started this from inside of whatever this is, the gate area.
Oh, okay.
Alright, so I guess it would probably help if I turned off my parking brake while she's trying to push me back.
It'd be easier, especially on a scooter.
Alright, I'm almost back to the taxiway. Oh, look at that. I told her to stop pushing me.
Taipei ground, Safson 1384 Heavy with uniform request taxi for takeoff west departure.
Alright guys, here we go.
Safson 1384 Heavy.
Taxi time.
And all short of runway entry right using taxiway November Papa Echo Charlie November 11.
Oh my god.
Tower on 118.7 when ready.
It told me
Taxi to and hold short runway 23 right using taxiway November Papa Echo Charlie November 11 Safson 1384 Heavy.
it said using taxiway November Papa Echo Charlie November 11. Oh man, this is gonna be great learning how to fly. Okay, so I got my rudder going, so let's just kind of increase to get a roll going. And I'm just gonna let's go this way. And I'm gonna get the ATC out of the way. go ahead and taxi onto our runway. We're going to be holding short, I believe, instead of 23, I hope. Yeah, 23 right. Slow it down a little bit so I can get back to driving okay. Move! Get out the way! Alright, so if you guys are wondering why it automatically goes to the left there, prop airplanes have a tendency to turn left while on the ground. It's due to the rotation of the prop. It has a name, but I don't remember what the flight school called it. So let's just go with the prop's left turn tendency. We're gonna, on this flight, we are going to attempt to fly properly. I don't know what my, I hope ATC tells me what my cruise altitude should be, because I was not paying attention to pre-flight when it was showing up on my bottom left, and yeah, so hopefully they do. And that's just what you want to hear from your pilot, is a really nice big yawn, and I'm sure that would make Apple, who doesn't like flying, feel very comfortable if his pilot was yawning as he's about to take off.
Yeah, it's not a good thing.
Taipei Tower Safson 1384 Heavy ready for departure to the west at runway 23 right. Safson 1384 Heavy cleared for takeoff runway 23 right, departure to the west approved.
Alright guys.
Cleared for takeoff runway 23 right, Safson 1384 Heavy.
So here I am, centered on the runway-ish. Let's go. Check my flaps real quick. Flaps are down. Let's get off the runway as soon as I get into some decent airspeed, which I could have taken off looks like around 40 something, so we're just gonna go ahead and climb. Nice steady climb. Turn flaps off as I start getting to the end. Adjust my trim so I'm nose up. Adjust whatever this turning trim is, see if I can. Great. Now, I know.
Taipei Tower Safson 1384 Heavy continue for west departure.
Oh, I was supposed to turn my strobe on. Alright, so let's just go ahead and continue west. Turn that on. We did that, obviously, otherwise we wouldn't have moved. And did my all of this good stuff, because at 50 knots. Oh. I don't know what this means. Oh no, guys, it means we're gonna crush. No, I don't know what it means. So we're just gonna act like it means nothing and continue on about our day. How's that? So I had a wonderful little alarm go off in the Cessna just now. I have no clue what it means, so we're just going to continue.
Still flying, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fine.
I mean, I've seen movies where, like Independence Day, where they have all of the warning lights on, and I mean, they're still flying fighting missions, so I mean, you should be okay with a single warning light.
Yeah.
Samson 1384 Heavy, you are leaving my airspace. Frequency change approved. Taipei Tower, Samson 1384 Heavy, frequency change. Taipei approach, Samson 1384 Heavy is type Cessna 152, 4 miles west of Taipei, 1,400 feet. Request clearance to transition Charlie airspace. Samson 1384 Heavy, Taipei approach. Squawk 6731. Squawk 6731, Samson 1384 Heavy. Samson 1384 Heavy, radar contact 5 miles west of Taipei, 1,500 feet. Cleared through the Charlie airspace. Maintain on navigation.
Alright guys, so
Cleared through
now
the Charlie
that
airspace, Samson
I'm
1384
just kind of watching my RPMs here, making sure that we stay okay. I want to maintain a climb. Fix my trim. So we go to nose up attitude. Okay. And now let's just kind of look around. So I'd like to assume I'm in China or Chiang-Kai, whatever, I don't know. I'll have to look and see what that airport is. But they got really nice fans over there on the coast, if you can see them. I have no idea what airport I flew out of. Back in the cockpit here, so I can figure out what's going on. Okay, so we're gonna maintain that climb attitude there. There we go. Let's see if I can fix this. Alright, so in these little Cessnas like this, if you guys see in the bottom left of my screen, there's that little like whatever the hell type of scope that is. I think it's called the glide scope, I believe, or glide scale or something. Anyways, it's supposed to I'm supposed to keep that ball centered like it is when I'm straight level. So if I can get straight and level, there we go. So it's pretty centered. So when I'm in a turn, you'll see it start kind of going, and I'm supposed to apply rotor pedal. But because of the fact that I'm on a controller, no matter the amount of rudder I give it, it really just is not good. It kind of like it. I mean, this is very little rudder, and you see it shaking the plane like that. There's no way to hold it in place. It's just the triggers on the controller, so it's kind of trash. All right, so it looks like we're going to be traveling 426 nautical miles, which is probably going to take us all day. I will likely not finish this flight, but hey. get going a ways there. Oh, what are we at? A little over 1,000 feet, 2,000 feet, 2,135, and let's see. Oh, no. There we go. I'm gonna just kind of leave it here at whatever that is. So I'm gonna adjust for nose down just a little bit. Bring it just at the horizon level, not not into the water. Let's go a little higher here. Alright, there we go. Then I will make sure that I hold left yoke here so that I am straight and level. There we go. Cut the throttle back just a little bit more. Where am I at? Cut back to 60%. I don't know what I'm at anymore because it stopped. I'm at 50. RPM still, oh, they're a little low. That's what I'm at. That'll work. I'm at 90% fuel, still got 422 nautical miles. If my calculations are correct, I will fall short. I don't know when, but
Samson 1384 Heavy, you are leaving my airspace radar service. Terminated squawk 7000. Frequency change approved. Squawk 7000. Frequency change approved. Samson 1384 Heavy. Taipei approach. Samson 1384 Heavy is type Cessna 152, 12 miles west of Taipei. Request flight following. Samson 1384 Heavy, Taipei approach. Squawk 0225. Squawk 0225, Samson 1384 Heavy.
so in case you guys are wondering, I'm letting my Phantom co-pilot, but I do actually have a co-pilot.
Copy, Samson 1384 Heavy.
He's handling all my radio communications there. What I really should do is let him fly for me, because obviously I can't do that. And I am incredibly off of my flight plan, so let's see if I can get back on that. I mean, as beautiful as that is, I have no clue where I'm going. I turned the rain on, and I can't see shit. I am passing some little triangle called Fetus.
Okay.
I don't know what these little triangles are out here in the middle of the ocean, but there's one Fetus, Fetus. Guys, and just a heads up, I am not a pilot, and much less an instrumentally trained pilot. But the way I look at it, as long as the numbers on my altimeter are not going down, I would say I'm safe to fly. Last time I flew with rain, I flew through San Francisco, and I was in a little Cessna 172 Skyhawk. And let's not go nose down here. Let's adjust my trim a little bit more. There we go. So, flying into San Francisco, I decided, let's trim the rain on. Well, I've never flown to San Francisco, and I also don't know how to do proper approaches on the runway, so I decided to go in with a straight-in approach. And I kind of looked at where the runway was. It looked flat, and I made it alive until we were into about a like a 50-foot ground effect looking type deal above the runway. And when I decided to let go of my sticks, thinking, hey, I'm on the ground, let's go ahead and land, I went into a nosedive from 50 feet up directly into the runway. And let me tell you, hitting pavement from 50 feet up, I don't know if I'm walking away from that one. Kind of a little better view here for looking out. I can kind of tilt down just a little bit so I can see I really don't know what they call that. But whether or not I'm straight level, if I'm going in a climb or if I'm going into the ground. You guys can't really see the map too well because the chat's in the way, but if I turn let's get out of that turn. If I turn this back on, you guys will be able to see the movement of it as I'm turning, and up, down on the controls there. The yoke goes in to go down and out towards me to go up. This little button here is my push to talk button. In real life it would be, even though my Cessna does not have wings or landing gear that go up, that is what I just pushed, which vibrated my controller for absolutely no reason. Only 297,000 more feet to go.
Almost there.
Sepson 1384 heavy on final from 400 nautical miles away. Alright, so I made it beautiful again so that you can see blue skies, blue water, and if I go out here and I do like a little 360, land's still pretty far away from me. I don't know how far, but not bad. Let's reset that view. Hang on. Now this is getting a little low for my liking, so let's see. There we go. I like to fly around 5,000 feet, so I want to see if we can get a little bit of flight going, a little bit of height going, I mean. I'm gonna burn fuel, I know. So this is the first time I've been playing with the mixture on my own.
How's that working out?
Well, I haven't died.
That's good. That's all right then.
I mean, my RPMs are staying in the green. My airspeed's around 60, though I think the maneuver speed is like 70, I think, in this. No, 104. So I'm supposed to be cruising at like 104, I think. But I'm not. But I'm flying through a cloud right now, and wow, that's pretty badass. Definitely happy with this upgrade.
Oh yeah.
Not so happy with trying to install all my programs again. I still have to install like Visual Studio Code, Visual Studio itself, and all that good stuff, my nerd stuff. So I started with like 98% fuel. I'm down to 85%, and I'm still over 400 nautical miles away. I don't think I'm gonna make it. So I'm gonna have to hit up one of the little tankers and air refuel my Cessna.
Oh, lucky you. Do you have to make an appointment first?
No, he's available on the fly all the time.
Ah, there we go.
So I've almost made it up to 5,000 feet, which is my goal, because supposedly, you know, in real life, fuel works better at higher altitudes.
Okay. Well, you have less drag up there. You get better mileage.
I mean, I have wheels that are hanging down. I could just chop them off and reduce drag.
Then you might actually make it. It might be a little rough, but
I can belly slide. If they can do it in an F-22, I could do it in a Cessna. Come on.
there you go.
Actually, looking at my my body or my belly, I don't think that's a very good plan. I don't know if you've seen the belly of a Cessna, but it's like a kind of slopes up in the front, and then comes down to a point and then slopes up again towards the rear. And I might have to nosedive just to make it work right. Bring my trim down some, nose down. There we go. Okay. I'm gonna assume this does nothing.
Oh, there's some. I gotta get out of this. There's something wrong with the game.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, that was headshots only. They're saying. So somebody's either hacking or something's going on. So I got out of that game. Point blank, 2 shots with the shotgun into his belly, and he hit me with his gun. And then everybody's making the same comments, so something's not working.
There's a phone in my Cessna.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I could have sworn this told me to squawk 7 something. So I guess these Cessnas are really small in real life that I'd be able to see the full dash from one side of the cockpit.
Oh yeah.
But in a flight simulator, I am having a hard time seeing my control panel or my tachometers on one side. My altimeter and airspeed is on the other side. It's like, fuck. Right now I'm flying at just controls, but I want to be able to see out and still see all this. Let's adjust the weather again. Let's see if we can make it really clear. What the hell does it look like right now? Okay, well, live weather seems to work for me. It's nice, beautiful, clear, low cloud cover, it looks like. I have no clue if I'm still headed in the right direction, so I'm gonna flip this, get my map back up there. Not bad. That's the other side if you guys want to be able to see it. Well, fuel looks like it's approaching 75-ish%. gonna get interesting. I'm at 60% throttle. So maybe I can trim it out enough to make it. Who knows?
Maybe.
My mixture is at 54%. See, my next thing, I wanna actually have the yoke and throttle and mixture controls, um, and pedal rudders with toe brake. Why not?
As well, alright.
Hell yeah, fly it right. So I'm at 397 nautical miles until my landing. I am at 77%, 76% fuel. I don't know how long that'll fly for because I wasn't paying attention to pre-flight once again. Attention, co-pilot, this is your captain speaking. If we run out of fuel, I'm kicking you out first. He has controls on his side too. I guess he can throw me out and still fly.
Taipei Center, Savson 1384 Heavy, 6,400 feet. Savson 1384 Heavy, Taipei Center, continue as planned. Altimeter 29.64. Taipei Center, Glory Niner 072 is at 10,300 feet, descending 10,000 feet. Glory Niner 072 Taipei Center, continue to Hotel Lima Golf as planned. Altimeter 29.63. Glory Niner 072, contact Taipei approach on 129.9. 129.9, Glory Niner 072.
So this whole time that I've been flying at my altimeter was set for 2992, and that's how you get your like true altitude, I guess, like your true actual reading of altitude. And so I just heard ATC yell out, Savson 1384 Heavy, altitude or altimeter reading 29.64. So what happens when you go from a higher, I guess that's a pressure or whatever, higher number to a lower number, your altitude is actually lower than what's being indicated. So in this case, I was flying at 6,000 feet, which really isn't going to make a difference. It's like 6,000 something else. But if I was flying at 500 feet, I may have been in the water. Yeah, they say high to low. I think it's like, what was the saying? It was like high to low, look out below or something like that, and then low to high, you'll be just fine or something like that.
Glory Niner 072 Taipei Center, continue to Hotel Lima Golf as planned. Altimeter 29.64.
Just like when I'm coming into the land, the last little landing I did with that Beechcraft jet turboprop, I it has these little lights on the side of the runway, and they have a name, but I can't remember what they're called. And they tell you whether or not you're coming in too steep, or like you're too low, too high, or you're just right. Well, you're supposed to see like white over red, or green or yellow over red. Now, if you see red over red, it means you're gonna die. You're too low. Um, and if you see, like in this case, they were white over white means I'm gonna fly forever. I'm just gonna miss my approach at 100%. So I couldn't find the sweet spot. I was going from white over white to red over red. I'm like, oh shit, I'm gonna die. Also, my first time landing a turboprop, and they land weird, and they have a lot of speed, and they do not glide very well.
Yeah.
Also, my first multi-engine aircraft besides the jet. Oh, 390 nautical miles left. I guess I was reading the fuel gauge wrong, because it shows 79%.
Oh.
I called bullshit that that's 79% though. That little tube you see there, that's getting ram air. That's used in the airspeed indicator. And then reset the view, go outside. There's the little part there. Port somewhere on there. I want to say it's that little tube that's hanging down there is what's pulling the static air, also used in the altimeter. The let's see, so it's used in the altimeter, it's used in the airspeed indicator. I want to say my vertical speed as well, which is right there. Right there. And that is all part of the pitot-static system. One of these days I am going to try to stall one of these aircraft and see what happens.
Yeah, why not?
But I'm at, wow, I dropped 1,000 feet in altitude. I didn't even realize it. Wow, I'm a great pilot. Alright, well, it didn't do what I thought it would do. In real life, if I bring it to a stall, which I may have stalled it wrong, but if I bring it to a stall in real life, it goes into a nose down right spin, like a bidirectional spin or whatever, or right directional spin. Jeez, I can't even talk right now. I might have to Google how to make a Cessna stall properly so I can do it.
Yeah.
See, I'm gonna fly in this, well, and then I'm gonna jump into Grand Theft Auto and fly my little VTOL jet, and it's gonna be like, what the hell am I doing?
Yeah.
I'm waiting on Grim to get this game because supposedly I can fly with him.
At the same time or separate airplanes?
Separate aircraft. Be cool if we can fight over the same aircraft.
Mandarin 128,
Yeah.
or 75 miles southwest. Descend and maintain 17,000 feet. Expect ILS runway 10 approach via Zhongli transition. Clear to Zhongli.
So right now I'm set up for live weather, which I guess it's sometime daytime over there.
Climb and maintain 17,000 feet. Expect ILS
But
runway
I also
10
have it
approach
set
via
to
Zhongli transition.
live
Mandarin 128.
ATC, so I'm hearing like live ATC based on real flight data. I'm not hearing real ATC, but I'm hearing it based on real flight data. Oh, and Shadow server. Holy shit, everything is turned up hella high.
Southwest. Descend and maintain 11,000 feet. Expect ILS runway 10 approach via Zhongli transition.
I'm
Clear
sorry,
to
bud.
Zhongli.
What?
I lost my focus. I shot my guy on the fly.
Maintain 11,000 feet. Expect ILS runway 10 approach via Zhongli transition. Clear to Zhongli Glory 8820. Mandarin 1288, you are 1,600 feet below your assigned altitude. Climb and maintain 17,000 feet. Altimeter 29.63. Climb and maintain 17,000 feet. Mandarin 1288. Taipei Center, Safsan 1384 Heavy Tree, 5 miles northwest of Qingqiu, Hong Kong. Request IFR to Hong Kong. Ready to copy. Safsan 1384 Heavy is cleared to Hong Kong Airport as filed. Squawk 0225. Savson 1384 Heavy cleared to Hong Kong Airport as filed. Squawk 0225.
Savson 1384 Heavy, read back correct. Radar contact 6,200 feet. Altimeter 29.63, turn left heading 255, resume on navigation, climb and maintain 14,000 feet.
Turn left heading 255, proceed on course climb and maintain 14,000 feet. Savson 1384 Heavy.
Glory 8820, you are 600 feet below your assigned altitude. Climb and maintain 11,000 feet, altimeter 29.63.
Okay, so this game, I'm calling bullshit. I asked for IFR, which is an instrument approach, and it wants me to climb in my itty bitty little Cessna to 14,000 feet. I'd rather not pass out.
Yeah.
Taipei Center Savson 1384 Heavy. Request 14,000 feet.
Savson 1384 Heavy, climb and maintain 14,000 feet.
Climb and maintain 14,000 feet. Savson 1384 Heavy. Taipei Center Savson 1384 Heavy. Request 4,000 feet.
Savson 1384 Heavy, request denied.
Taipei Center Savson 1384 Heavy. Request 9,000 feet.
Savson 1384 Heavy, climb and maintain 9,000 feet.
9,000 feet, Savson 1 tree 84 heavy. Taipei Center, Savson 1 tree 84 heavy, requesting vector to next waypoint.
Great game, guys.
Savson 1 tree 84 heavy, turn left, heading 255, resume on navigation.
199 to 200.
Turn left, heading 255.
Damn.
Proceed on course.
No
Savson
spawn
1 tree
camping.
84
We
heavy.
won. Excellent game. Everybody played good.
Alright, so I was able to change my cruising altitude. I asked for a decrease, got it down to 9,000 feet, which I'm pretty sure is still really high for a single prop engine plane and no oxygen on board. Yeah.
Alright.
So when real planes fly, how accurate do you think their altimeters are?
No idea. I would assume they'd be pretty accurate, but I don't know. They should be. Gauges and
Yeah.
all that are very expensive.
Yeah, except for they said that your fuel gauge only has to be right once, and that's when it's empty.
Yeah.
Alright, so we are still roughly 370-ish nautical miles out, and I'm sitting at 70% fuel.
Savson 1 tree 84 heavy, your transponder appears inoperative or malfunctioning. Reset squawk 0225.
So I changed my transponder. I'm supposed to be doing 0225. I changed it to 0325, and instantly ATC was like, yo, what's going on? Alright guys, since it's about an hour since I've been going, it's now 1:30 in the morning. It is time to call it a night, so I'm gonna simulate no fuel, and we're gonna see what happens. Well, I can already see my engine is cutting out.
Savson 1384 Heavy, you are 600 feet below your assigned altitude. Climb and maintain 9,000 feet altimeter 29.63.
Climb and maintain 9,000 feet, Savson 1384 Heavy. Taipei Center, Savson 1384 Heavy. Cancel IFR at this time.
Savson 1384 Heavy, IFR flight plan is canceled. Radar service terminated. Squawk 7000. Maintain VFR. Frequency change approved.
Taipei Center, Savson 1384 Heavy is type Cessna 152 for 2 miles northwest of Qingchuanka. Request flight following. Squawk 3215 Savson 1384 Heavy.
Savson 1384 Heavy, radar contact for 2 miles northwest of Qingchuankang, 7,400 feet. Altimeter 29.62.
Copy, Savson 1384 Heavy.
Alright, since it's getting late, I decided to see what happens. I turned off my fuel. there's no way to declare an emergency, which kind of sucks. It's my AI, my co-pilot. He seems to think we still have power to the engine.
Serious.
I turned off the fuel.
Whew, I had 14 caps on that one.
So I just let my plane crash into the water.